What's going on, guys? Hopefully we can stay dry today. Looks like it might rain here shortly. As you guys trickle in, if you'd hit that like button, we would appreciate it. We are sticking close to home today. Like I said, it looks like it might storm, so we may end up having to leave even. What's going on, William? You like to go by William or Bill? Which one you like the best? We'll try to remember and stick with it. And how's everybody's day going? Hopefully you guys are having a great day. I'm going to share this on Facebook real fast. If you guys want to share it, we'd appreciate that as well. And we're back. Todd, I have not caught a fish. I had a bite just a minute ago. Probably need to bait it back up. I think a big catfish just snagged something right beside me here. Tell you what, guys, they got the aerators going. Um, it's looking pretty good up here right now. A lot of movement in the hot dog pond, they call it. I like to fish the back one just so I can reel them in from farther out. But Highway Springs, Todd. But there is a lot of movement in the hot dog pond. What's going on, Steve? How you doing, bud? I don't know how long we'll be here. It looks like we got us a storm or some rain rolling in. Nice, Tyler. Michael, not too well. Been here probably around an hour. Had two bites, and that's it. So we're sticking close to home. We're supposed to get a I don't know, rain, maybe a storm here shortly. It was sprinkling, so. James, all right, brother. Appreciate you with the tier 2 sub, man. Really appreciate it. How's your day going, man? I saw your post on Facebook. I didn't want to get nosy or anything on it or chime in too much because I didn't know about it, but that's a bummer that your buddy was having some problems. Yeah, Michael, sometimes it happens. You know how it is. James, if you would drop me a comment in the chat, and I'll add you as a moderator. Tyler, same for you, man. Drop me another comment, and I'll add you as a moderator. If I can. Okay. Brad, I need to add you as a moderator as well. Like I said, Tyler, if you're there, hit me up. I'll hit you on there. That means they are a member. Todd, it's really cool. For as little as $1.99, you can become a member of the channel. It helps support me. Well, it helps support the channel. And you get some cool emojis and some sneak peeks and stuff at videos before they get released. And yeah, the water does. It looks really good. I'll tell you what, the hot dog pond has a lot of movement going on in it. Trying something different now, so we'll see what happens with it. It's $1.99 a month, Todd. I mean, you can cancel at any time, brother, but and don't feel obligated either. I mean, we appreciate you being here. Awesome, Steve. Glad to hear it. Hope you caught you a big one, man. The longer you're a member, you get different colored like badges beside your name too. So like 1 month, it's green, I think. Second month, I can't remember. If Dylan gets on, whatever his is would be the second month. YouTube just now allowed us to start adding that, which is really cool of them. So we're trying something a little different today. If we don't catch any, we don't catch any. Well, Steve, I'm going to tell you right now, bud, it happens. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. Doug Adams, what's up, baby? Doug, you're a member too, brother? All right, appreciate it. Tom, how you doing, bud? I mean, it's going pretty good for me. What about you? I'm going to take and go out on a limb and say the weather's a lot nicer where you're at. We're looking like some rain or possible storm here shortly. A 3-day weekend hype, baby. All right. Me and Dylan was thinking about running on down to Del Hollow, but we don't really know where to go. Tom, yeah, you know what, Tom? I think I would take, it's probably 80 maybe here. So I think I'll take the 80 degrees with the cloud cover over the 105, man. Yeah, Big Muddy, we're at Highway Springs today. It's close to home. That's all right. Hey, we appreciate you dropping by. Oh, yeah, Tom, I'm with you, man. Same way. Um, James, I'll tell you something that I've seen happen before. Was he using a braid for his hook link? Did the hook itself get cut off, or was it just the hair? Or, well, it had to be the hook because you said it come off. I bought some, it was either Berkeley or Daiwa braid. It was 50 pounds. And I kid you not, I was tying rigs with it. I do the, I guess you'd call it a knotless knot. But I'd pull that tight, and it would literally cut it right in half every time. On the ones that didn't cut it, I was like, well, after it started doing it, if I pulled real tight, the line would just cut. I was like, whoa. I thought maybe I pulled it too tight. So I left a few like that. Dylan had a big fish on and lost one because of it. Yeah. I think the line I had, I want to say it was Berkeley, but it could have been Daiwa. I like that Power Pro. I've never had any bad stuff happen with that. And I don't know where you should fish at this weekend. It's going to be packed everywhere, I bet. Um, like I said, we've thought about. Holy crap, boys! I got a vulture that landed on the limb beside me. Guys, this thing. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna put the camera up here and see if you guys can see it. All right. And see it? It landed right above me, man. Scared the crap out of me. And somebody just messaged me on Facebook. I can't check my message while I'm streaming, but it did kind of pop up, and I saw that it said, "Are you catching any?" But I can't click on it; it'll end the stream. Um, so if you're watching the video, I haven't been here too awful long, so haven't caught any yet, and I'm working with something a little different today. So we'll see what happens. If you guys are just joining us, if you'd hit that like button, we would greatly appreciate that. And here in about 2 or 3 minutes, I think I'm going to rebait the one run. And I said we had a pretty good hit on it. We had one on, and I don't know what happened to it. Um, Took off, and when I lifted the rod up, there was nothing there. But for a second, there was something going on. I'm using a different bait. We'll see if it works good. I'll let you guys know about it. If not, I'll just won't be using it. I made some up last year, I think. I never did get a chance to use it, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Yeah, I made it. Um, it breaks down really fast, so there's a good chance we might not catch any. If they do like it though, I mean, we may catch a bunch of them. If we do, I'll fill you guys in on it, and maybe even try to sell some. But don't want to sell something unless I catch fish on it. Tom, you been catching any hogs out there in Cali? What's up, Mike? Come on out, buddy. Come out and hang out. I got some other bait here that I know will catch fish. Fort Wayne, okay. But we may ruin the hole with this other stuff. So we'll see what happens. There you go. This weekend, the weather's supposed to turn off and be in the 70s here, I think, in a week or so. It's going to be gorgeous. This is Highway Springs in Cambridge City, Indiana. I usually do about an hour. Yeah, Mike, I'm a highway, but I usually do about an hour. Sometimes sooner, sometimes a little longer. Yeah, I know you guys get some really hot weather out there, but you also get that sunshine. Like I said, I'll stick with this overcast 80 degree day. Hopefully the rain holds off so we can do a little stream for you. Yes, Jim, it's a lake. Hey Tim, how you doing? Hopefully you boys are having a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Hopefully other people are out there fishing on the bank as well. I'm gonna reel this one in and bait it up real fast, guys. Like I said, I had a hit on it earlier. Give me just a minute, guys. I won't be able to see that cat till I'm done. All by myself today. My son didn't come up today. It's just me. I think he had some schoolwork or something to get done. The struggles of a 13-year-old, you know what I mean? Weather permitting, we may try to do a stream tomorrow too. Supposed to get storms, but weather permitting, we might get one in. If we do, we might try this bait out in the Todd. I have not tried any of their flavors. I started selling my own So that's what I've been working with. But if this bait doesn't work out in the pay lake, maybe we'll do a wild water tomorrow and try it out. If it blanks at two places, then probably ought not use it again. What do you guys say? What's going on, Robert? How you doing? What's up, Chad? How you doing, buddy? David, how you doing? And I'm noticing there's a lot of movement kind of closer to the bank as well. Probably ought to have a couple there, but if you guys know me, I like to reel them in from the middle. Tyler, I could very easily do that. One of the biggest carp I've ever caught in my life was on cotton candy, believe it or not. You ever heard of Smallies down in Connersville? They say at one time, many years ago, that it was a pay lake. I don't know if that's true or not, but they say way before my time it was. But it's owned by the town now. There's a lot of big fish in it. They're hard to get. A lot of weeds on the bottom. But when you do get one, um, I'd say most of the time they're pretty special fish. You can catch some 30s out of there. There's a few mirrors in there too. Used to be some big grass carp. These are what most people would call a pay lake style setup. They're for bait casters. And you can adjust it. It has a handle on the side so you can tilt it up or down if you like. I'm not sure where Columbia City is. I'll have to take a look at it. A 52-pound buff. Where at, Tyler? I don't think there's one in Smalley. I've never heard of anybody catching a buff at Smalley's. I mean, there could be. I've just never heard anybody getting one. I've seen pictures of a few big catfish, and there used to be a few big grass carp in there. I haven't heard of anybody catching a grass carp in a few years, though, out of there. It's possible that they could have all died off. Oh, Tyler, I don't know, man. I doubt there's a 52-pound buff in the front leg, but never know, man. Could be. I heard that somebody caught like a 39-pounder or something. I don't know when or whatever, but I don't know if anybody ever had a picture of it or not. Excuse me. There is a rumor of about 100-pound catfish in that front leg. Chad. But there's a rumor of like 100-pound catfish in the front leg. Um, the only way you're going to catch that bad boy is if you bring like a dog or a cat and use it for bait. If you want to know if it's true or not, that would be the bait you're going to need for that bad boy. Small cat. And I'm just playing, by the way. It is a joke. In case anybody takes it serious. I've caught a lot of 30s, low 30s at the reservoir in the spawn time. Um, Up until recent years, it used to be where a guy could catch one or two a year. But I don't know. After they started bow fishing it real hard, the biggest one I've caught in the last 3 years was, I think it was 28, 12 or something like that. I don't know. I think I have a picture of it on Facebook if somebody went back and looked at it. It's 28 something. Oh, it's a blast, Carson. Put up a good fight, man. Absolutely a blast. I'd say at one time there was probably a 40 pounder. Yeah, one time there probably was a 40 pounder over there. It's possible. He'd probably been shot by a bow since then. The big ones are easier to get, so that's what goes first, you know. Bigger target for them. I know they were supposed to be trying to shut down the bow fishing over there, but I heard it passed. There was a whole big deal with that. The guy that was saying he didn't want it was actually going around and posting on um, different fishing pages telling people to come over there and bow fish it. A bunch of people screenshotted it and sent it to me. Yes, they have, Tyler. Yes, they have. They've ruined it at a few lakes I know of, actually. Like I said, they get the big ones, and then, I mean, that's what we're after. We want to catch them and enjoy them, and they want to shoot them and throw them on the side of the bank. Ah, man, there ain't no fun in it. They just want to shoot them, throw them on the side of the bank. Ain't nothing fun involved in that, man. At least not in my opinion. Each their own, I guess. To each their own. Anybody watching out there fishing? Michael, I don't know if you're still watching or not. I know you were fishing. Tian, how you doing? I'm doing great myself. Uh-oh. See, the one took off a little bit. Could be a buff, could be a shad. Just never know. The last few times I fished up here, we caught, quite a few for only fishing 2 or 3 hours, but I had to set the hook on all of them. They were all just kind of bumping it like a buff, and they ended up being commons. you guys are just joining in, hit that like button. We would appreciate it. Helps us get recommended to new people. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. We'd love to have you as part of the community. Oh, nice, Tien. What state are you from again? Me and Dylan thought about going somewhere like, I don't know, Del Hollow, Michigan City, something like that. Thought about going for a big one. I've never been to Del Hollow, but Indiana. I've never went to Del Hollow. Anybody watching that has been to Del Hollow, got any advice on where to fish? Let us know. Hit us up in that chitty chat and let us know a good spot. South Bend, okay, I remember you. I think you fished the Wabash, you said, right? I think I talked to you the last time. I believe you was a Wabash man, or Wabash River man. I drove past the Wabash River yesterday up in Lafayette. Went straight up and straight back. Pretty good haul. Had a lot of road construction on the way back. I think it ended up taking about 5 hours to get up there and get back. The sun's trying to peek its little head out of that cloud over there. I think I'll be just fine if it stays in behind the clouds. Keep us cool. You couldn't pick a better day for fishing, really. It's gorgeous out. I'm gonna bait up this rod on the left. Yeah, Tien, it looked like it's gonna rain here shortly. You guys see the one that just jumped right next to the bank? Give us a few. We're gonna cast this one out there, get it tightened up. We're gonna go ahead and bait this one up too, guys. We might as well get this one while we're at it. slow this one down the right side a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put the net just in case we get one. Put that bad boy closer to the rod. Who we got in here? Let's see. You miss any comments or what, guys? Dylan, what's up, brother? Kenny, how you doing? Ken McCree. Kenny Mac, what's up, bud? Hold on, boys. We're going through some comments a little bit. It was baiting up. Buford T. Justice, how's it going, brother? Brad, when I do mine, I like to bake it for, you can bake it for 20 minutes at 170. That's the lowest setting on mine. Hey, Kenny. But I do 170 for 20 minutes, pull it out, um, let it cool for 10 minutes, flip it, let it cool for 10 more minutes, and then put it back in at 170 for 20 minutes again. Pull it back out, let it cool for 10, flip it, let it cool for 10, and then put it in a bag. If you keep it in I'll tell you one reason I like to have it in the 2-gallon bags. I always put it in a bucket for myself, but once I started selling the millet, I started putting it in the bags, and I keep mine in the bag now. Um, Millet gets real stiff. That's what she said. But so if you keep it in the bag, you can keep it pliable. You know what I mean? You can just flex that bag a little bit, kind of break it into some pieces. And if it ever starts to dry out a little bit, take your bag, set it in the sun, and it'll soften it back up for you. Hopefully that makes sense. You may go back and rewatch it just to get exactly what I was saying, but you do that, your millet's going to pack like a brick, brother. If you guys are just joining us, hit that like button. Punch it right in the face. Boom. What's up, Mike? That's what she said. That's exactly what she said. Mike, how you doing? Hopefully you're having a good day. Kenny, looked like you were live earlier. Justin, I've been streaming for 46 minutes. I got here just a little bit before that. I had 2 bites, but I have not caught a fish. There's a good chance that we won't catch a fish today, trying something different. If we light it up at any point, I'll fill you in on it. I won't keep it a secret, but if we suck and we blank on it, then we'll never mention it again. So, 2 miles, that's a good little walk right there. About the only time I do a big walk like that is if we're hiking a trail. Out in nature, baby. Gotta love it. Is it raining up towards Indy? Looks like we got rain coming here. It was sprinkling a little bit ago. Ken, I'm ready for you too, man. I think you'll like them. Me and Dylan have caught quite a few fish, plus other people that have used them have, caught fish on them. And I've been putting it in the baits I make for a while, and a lot of people have been tearing them up on those. Get them, Justin. Get them. Uh, Blunt Master, I've caught quite a few buffalo in my time. Yeah, catch them on the same baits I use for carp fishing. Love catching buffs. I wish we had a place to catch those big wild water buffs. Somewhere, like Texas, you can catch them 50, 60 pounders. We need something like that close to home. I know a few guys catch them in the White River, but not that big. I think the biggest one that I know of that come out of the White River was a little over 20 pounds that I saw a picture of personally. I'm sure others have been caught, but that I've personally seen. A lot of them are like in that 4 to probably 8, 10, 12 pound range, I believe. Anybody know of a big buff lake around here? Fill us in. We'll drive an hour or two for a shot at one. If nothing else, boys, it looks pretty through that camera anyway, don't it? Good looking setup. Tell you what, they got the aerators going. Nice. Where are you from? But they got the aerators going up here. The water's looking good. The hot dog pond, it's got a lot of movement next to the edges. Uh, this is the back lake. There's a lot of movement kind of in around the edges over here too. If you boys know me, I like to fish out towards the middle though. I like to reel them in. Where'd you say you were from? I don't think they have any in here that big. Oh, did you guys see that one? Yeah, they're kind of in close right now. North Carolina, yeah, there's a lot of places down there that they got them. I'm always seeing that big old white meat down there. Kenneth, I do not know. I haven't heard of anybody hitting it, so I'm gonna guess probably no. I know when I used to pay lake for money all the time, it was up to 5 grand years ago. I know a guy that hit it when he wasn't in it. You're talking to him. I also know a guy that hit it a couple weeks later that was in it. Well, that's been, it was 5 grand. They capped it at that time. And, well, Kenneth, I'm going to call you Kenny if you don't care. It's easier for me to remember. But Kenny, back then was, I don't know, that was probably 15 years ago, maybe. And they capped it at 5 and started putting money in a different jug, I think it was. So I'm going to assume that's probably what they have done up here, too. Yeah, Kevin, like I said, I hit it then, but I also hit it after that, too, for 5 grand. What's up, Eric? It was a weird deal. I was going to fish. Back then, they called them rodeos, not qualifier. And I've got pictures of it, actually, guys. But I had a 2610, I think it was. Or 26 something or 27 something. I had caught, and there was a rodeo coming up on a Saturday or Sunday or whatever. And I come up on a Friday night and just threw out a couple rods, wanted to try some stuff. And I hit it. I actually caught it out of the back lake. And I was really unhappy. I think I hit it, it was less than a month later, but it was worth 5 grand at the time. That's been 15 years ago. I know it's been busted since then, I'm sure. I don't know how long it takes for one to get up to 5 grand, but I think it's been hit since 15 years ago after that again, I'd imagine. You'd like to think. But at that time they had capped it and they was adding money into a different jug, I think it was. I've hit a few good ones up here over the years. But the key was, I mean, I fished here a lot, so it made a big difference. See you, Blunt. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Appreciate it. I remember the last big one I hit up here. I got pictures of it too. I found it on Facebook actually too, where I'd posted it up there. I think it was like 11 years ago. It was I want to say it was like a 31 to 31.2 jug, or maybe 32 to 32.2. It only paid like 50%. I think it was up to like 3 or 4 thousand bucks at the time. It was a pretty good hit back in the day. Shortly thereafter is when I quit really pay lake fishing for money. So. Eric, I think you might have been the one that messaged me on Facebook earlier. As I was saying, I can't. I'm hoping it or it'll shut down the stream. But we've been streaming for 56 minutes. We haven't caught one. I got here a little bit before that. I had 2 bites. We're trying something different. Like I said, if we don't catch any, then we don't. If we do, um, then we'll tell you guys about it. Eric, no, I don't have any bottles right now, man. If Kenny's watching, Kenny Mac, Kenny, um, he bought me out, man. He bought every bottle I had. But I do have more coming in. I called him today, and because last time the bottles were on back order, and I went to order more, and the lids are on back order now. Imagine that. But they told me they'll be in on the 8th or 9th, I think it was. So I actually have a couple of different peaches the guy could try at that point. Yes. Well, at this moment, like I said, the bottles are in stock now, but the lids were gone. I don't sell it by the quart, but I sell it by the bottle, unfortunately. But yeah, the bottle. Well, I had got some bottles, and they were in stock, and then I decided what bottle I wanted. I got like 3 different types. Decided on one, and then went to order them, and the bottles were out of stock. But they came in pretty quick. They had them on order. They ended up coming in like a day or two before they said they would. So we ordered 150 bottles, and those all sold in just a few days, really. Didn't even think that a guy should, be looking, for caps or whatever. You'd think that they'd have plenty of those. You'd think you'd order the same amount with your bottles, but they make like 10 different style caps that fit those bottles. So, but we don't want no flip top or sprayer cap or anything like that. We just want the regular old screw cap. That's what she said. Thanks, Eric. I mean, we're just trying to reinvest back into it. Any penny that's came in, we're trying to reinvest it, see what happens. We've been doing really good on them already. I mean, we've caught some nice mirrors on a lot of the stuff. Tons of common. So we're trying something a little different here. Figured it'd be a good day to try something different. Starting to sprinkle, guys. It may get wet. It may melt right here. And everybody that's watching that has bought bait or flavors, I really do appreciate it, guys. Try them. You like them, buy some more. Like I said, all flavors work. Every company. Truth is, most of them are pretty similar. Um, you know, it does help support the channel. We really enjoy bringing content for you guys. Oh, Kenneth, I'm telling you right now, dude. That banana bread, when you open the lid and smell it, it smells just like banana bread. We called it Mama's banana bread. We caught or my son caught, I think it was like 20.2 or something. It was a mirror. He caught it 2 weeks ago. That was on the banana bread flavoring. I mean, it's not color wise, it's a natural color. It has real banana in it. So if you're looking to like dye your bait yellow, it's not going to do it for you. You'd want to add some yellow coloring, but I don't know that coloring makes that much difference. So on some of the baits, I leave them natural, or on some of the flavors. The bodacious banana, it has real banana in it too. Now it will turn your bait more of a yellow color. Um, we've done really good on it, man. I've sold a lot of millet to people that used it, and they were all super stoked about it. All of them kind of bummed. They came back for more too. I don't like to, you know what I mean? People buy stuff, they do good on it, they tell me. I don't want to post it all out there, and just in case they don't want people to know, keep it a secret. I get 20 bucks for a bag of millet. It weighs almost 8 pounds. Sometimes it weighs a couple ounces shy. Sometimes it's a couple ounces over 8 pounds. I get 20 bucks out of a bag. I'll tell you what, we've been killing it on millet this year, tearing them up. Tim, I honestly, I'm the last guy you want to talk to about a lot of different things. Yeah. Now, Kenneth, you know what? I may have to test the banana bread on PVA. I got some PVA at home. That one may not be compatible. You know, there's a lot of people that believe it's all in the pickups and stuff. I'm using pickups today, but 99% of the time I use a plastic bead. And in the wild, in the pay lakes, whatever, I've caught a ton of fish. Just on a bead, you know what I mean? So some people believe it's all in the pickups. Some believe, I personally believe it's all in the bait. Flavor, weird. I'm the odd guy out. I like to go with, if there was 100 people here today and they were all throwing grape, I would rather throw peach or strawberry or cherry. I'd rather be the odd guy out. And some people think or say certain bait for a certain time of year. I'll mix it up sometimes for something to do. And I've caught fish on about every bait every time of the year. So flavor, I've got some really good flavors. Um, they're strong, they smell good. But in the end, I mean, if your bait's been out there for an hour, do you really have any flavor around it? I don't know. At some point, your stuff goes plain. I mean, it breaks down and it goes around in the water column. Exactly, Kevin. That's how I am. And if something's working, I usually don't change it up. Today's a day that I don't know if Kenny Mac's watching, but he was possibly going to come up, and I thought, Dylan, if he's watching, I thought, well, Dylan knows what I'm using, but I thought I'll try something different. And I was hoping Dylan was going to come up and fish so we could give it a real good shot. My son, he had some school work to do. Sometimes it's just fun to experiment. As most people know, when I come up here, I'm coming up for fun. It's not that big of a deal to me. I, I'm fishing the back lake, and I'm throwing halfway out because sometimes farther. Sometimes I'll put one a few feet off the other bank. I like to reel them in from a distance, enjoy the fight. And this is a great place to experiment too. If there's nobody here, it's a great place to experiment. I've ran into some real winners bait wise by experimenting like that. I remember the first time I used, well, Kevin, I remember the first time I used I call it fake chow. It's from Tractor Supply. Brought it up here and I thought, man, probably won't catch a fish on it. I flat out could not keep a rod in the water. And there was a couple people here then, and they were using chow, and they weren't doing any good. I was ripping them out of the back pond, ripping them out of the hot dog pond. And I didn't even have any flavor in it. It was plain. Kevin, did you get a chance to go down to Lemon? Hold on. He's just pecking away on it. I don't know if it's a buff or a shad. Trick I learned while I used to river fish a lot. Put your finger up under the line and kind of lift up, and you can feel any little movement on your line. You feel any little tap, tap, tap. Last few times I've been here, I've had to set the hook, you know, and it was either a shad or a common. Usually a buff or a shad act like that. What's up, John? Hey, Mark, how you doing? Mark, I mean, really, I probably don't. I used to fish a lot more than I do now. I just try to make myself go out and fish. Um, honestly, that I try to make myself do it so that way I can bring a video for you guys or whatever. Hey, Damon, how you doing? Jake, I really couldn't tell you. I've caught some grass carp, in the 30s. I've caught several commons in the low 30s. I've never caught an upper 30. Um, Mirror, I caught the same one that my son caught. Um, when he caught it, it was 20.2. We had pictures. We compared it. I think it was around 20 when I caught it. So back in the day, man, we didn't have like really phones or anything to take pictures with much. I still got quite a few pictures, but I really wish back then we had stuff like we do today. Yeah, we're up at Highway, John. Uh-oh, we got one on. As soon as I felt that, I didn't think we'd be getting him in. He was not hooked good at all. Sometimes you can lift up on one and know that you got about a 0% chance of getting him in. I could tell by the feel that dude was, he wasn't going to be coming in. Boys are just joining us. Hit that like button. We appreciate it. And John, I got no help today, man. It's all me, baby, all me. I think I had a little bit of school work to do. We can get the old lady back up here streaming with us. Kenneth, I'll say one thing over the years, man. I think I would rather net all my fish for the most part. Once you get it down, you just feel more confident. But saying that, I still let Clayton nets a lot of them because he's got to learn it, and Dylan does a good job. Dylan's a good net man. Goes hand in hand. You got to have a good net man if somebody's going to be helping you with it. I've seen a lot of people though that, whew, Clayton's still learning. Forearm strength, right timing. There's a lot that goes into it, really. Yes, Mark, for sure. So I don't get offended if I'm fishing somewhere and I always say, hey, do you want me to help you net it? Because I don't get offended. I mean, it's your fish, and I get it. But I've seen a few bad net men. What's up, fishing life? How you doing, brother? Yep, Mark, always ask. That's the way to do it. uh, John, I've netted a few, so I'll tell you what's funny, man. I netted a lot of them. Like Uncle Donnie, sometimes he has a hard time getting fish in. He doesn't really keep the tension on it the way I think he should, so he loses a few. I net a lot that come off right before he gets them where they should be netted. They'll pop off and scoop right in the net, baby. Got a little bit of sprinkling action going on. Tell you what, though, it's a peaceful day out here. It really is. Over by that barrel to the right, you can't hardly see it. There's a whole bunch of ducks over there. I've been real busy, and it's nice to get out, you know. No, they're not. You can come up here and fish, but there's no jugs or anything like that. Oh yes, John, and I'll tell you what, the water looks good. I don't see any algae right now. Looks good. The fish are moving around in the hot dog pond pretty good, really. If I was concerned with big fish only, that's where I'd probably toss a rod. So anybody that knows me knows I just like to reel them in from a distance. That's why I like to fish places uh, that you need to cast far to catch them. We've had just the one fish on. You know, that was our best run. I had another run kind of like that, and then a couple little tip taps. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. If you guys are just joining us, hit that like button. Punch it, kick it, smack it. Don't break your phone though. If anybody's interested, we have channel memberships now too. It's right beside that subscribe button. If you want to be a member, you get all kinds of cool stuff. You get some custom emojis, I think they call it. You get some sneak peeks at videos before I release them to the public. And in the future, if we get enough members, we'll do a members only giveaway. But unfortunately, we only have like 12 members right now. It's pretty cheap too. It's only $1.99 for the tier 3. Yeah, it's been really nice weather for the beginning of September. Actually, can't hardly beat it. You know, in August, beginning of September, it's super nice right now. I haven't looked yet. My birthday comes up on the 26th of September. Might try to do a stream on my birthday. See if we can get the old lady to go with her. You guys like streams or videos better? Because we could always do a live stream instead of a video. Bad thing is we run out of battery life on the phone. We could pick up a few of these charging banks. What'd be cool is like a 24-hour live stream. What do you guys think? That'd be badass. Oh yeah. Where you fishing at, John? Elkhorn? I wouldn't mind doing it. I, I catch more fish probably when I'm not streaming though because I bait up more regular when I get like bites or whatever. And I figure they'd be open for late. I thought I saw that they were closing Monday night though, aren't they? Me and Dylan are trying to find somewhere to go this weekend. Millet is 20 bucks plus shipping. We had thought about going somewhere far away, like Del Hollow or Michigan City. Mark, I gave up pay lake fishing for money. I like to help people out with different baits and stuff like that, but I gave it up for myself. There's a lot of really great people that do it, and I enjoy meeting all you guys and talking with everybody. And there's also several bad apples, as you could say. It goes like that with everything, though. I feel like in general, most people are good or want to be good, but there are always going to be bad people. It doesn't matter. Life Lesson 101. Josh Vickers, Carp and Cabbage Base Tips, Tricks, and Techniques. Like, comment, subscribe. Mark, I love to help people too. The only thing is, sometimes people can try to, you know, take advantage of your kindness, I guess. But yes, I really enjoy helping people. But sometimes people think that you can fix everything for them when sometimes it just takes practice. You know what I mean? Mark, how long have you been carp fishing? Love it, man. So you've been an old timer carp fisherman like myself. You got a few years on me on it even. Then you know the hardest part for a new person is packing the bait. I get a lot of people that make bait recipes of mine and they tell me that it doesn't pack right or they're having a hard time or maybe I'm putting stuff in it that I'm not showing and that's why I can use it. And I always tell them that it's their technique and the bait is probably just fine. It's probably their technique and a lot of them don't believe it. I have people I have people all the time that come fishing with me that they're new. You know what I mean? I love to take new people. And I can pack a bait, throw it a mile, and they can't even throw it past their head. It falls off behind them. It's just, I know, when you watch somebody do it, you think, oh, you know what I mean? There really is I guess you'd call it a technique or whatever. And when you get it down, you get it down. You know what I mean? But until you get it down, it's a struggle. I see a lot of people that struggle with it. When they're new, everybody struggles. I see people to this day that fish a lot that even, throw their bait off. time to time. So, hell, every great once in a while, I'll throw a ball off. I usually know if it's going to come off. I'm too lazy to try and fix it, but and a lot of people, like my uncle, I don't know if he's watching. He's fished with me for many years. He can't pack bait. I don't count my squeezes. Um, I go by feel, but like a lot of people try to do it like a doe, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Maybe so. If your hands here, their hand like their fingers aren't even touching, and they're just squeezing. So it's coming out the bottom. It's coming out the top. Okay, and it's like trying to go flat. Really, you want to go. It's more like a snowball. You see what I'm saying? And you got to keep the top and the bottom packed tight. If you don't, it'll just fall apart on you. And sorry if that's loud. I was leaning towards the camera. And it probably looked really stupid. In hindsight, I'm sure it looked stupid, but I was hoping I could give a couple pointers there. But I know some people do count their squeezes. For me, it's different from every ball. I can tell when I get the feel where I know if it's packed good. I guess you'd say. Boys, I feel bad. Hour and a half, we ain't got a fish on the bank, but like I said, we was trying something a little different here. And you know what they say? It happened. I'm super excited for this new peach flavor. I'm a peach guy. I don't know what your guys' favorite flavors are. I'm a peach guy, right? So I have a new peach. I got one messing with the one on the end here, but I can't. I like it when you know, baby. And that's the God's honest truth. What when you know, and when you get it. You could struggle with it and struggle with it, and if you do the same thing over and over, it's not going to fix it. A, you want it in the middle. B, you got to make sure that line's coming straight out the top. You know. C, the whole ball has to be packed properly. Top, bottom, sides. It's the whole thing. You guys know. And that's the number one thing I hear a lot. Um, yeah, Mark, there's a few of them coming up. The Another thing is I get a lot of people that watch and they'll message me and say, how do you get a video every time you fish or whatever, like I've fished all year and I've caught 4 fish. Instantly, you know that it's probably their packing technique, because if you pack your bait and if you pack your bait and even if you throw it off 3 out of 10 times or 2 out of 10 times or whatever, 1 out of 10 times, then I would go out on a limb to say 80% of the time when it hits the water, it just blows up and it's nowhere around your pickup or whatever you're using, for the carp to hit. So you want to be able to pack your bait really where you can cast it and it hits the ground, the hard ground, and stays on. If you're packing it and you're throwing it off a lot, you probably don't have anything around your stuff on the bottom. And I'll tell you, with what I'm using right now, that's probably the case that we got. Now I can pack this, I can throw it, I can still rip on it, but it's probably breaking down before it gets to the bottom. I tested it, And I mean, it was breaking down quick. So we may adjust it and run it back again sometime. Well, that's the great thing about fishing. John, I don't want to say, because if we start catching some, we'll talk about it. If not, I'll probably just, I don't want to say, what I mean? If it sucks, it sucks. You know what I'm saying? 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 If I don't catch on it, I wouldn't want somebody else to mess with it and then not catch on it as well. So. I've used tiger nut flavors. I've used hemp flavors. Um, I had thought about making a tiger nut and a hemp, but I never really did that good on them. Now, I've done really good on real tiger nuts for pickup, but I've never done extraordinarily well with tiger nut flavors or anything. But it could have been the day I was using it or whatever. Fish don't always bite, guys. That's another thing. There is no miracle bait. There are days where you can throw whatever you want and you ain't gonna catch a fish. And you could move 20 foot down the bank and catch 10 of them. Sometimes it's all about being in the right spot. I'm gonna bait this one up because we had a bump on it, so we may as well bait it up. Hell, I think they've been out there for about an hour anyway, other than the closest one to us. So I'll be right back. I won't see the comments for a few minutes. What's up, man? What's that? Yeah. Yeah, I thought about it.
Saving money is saving money, bro.
Yeah.
They
All that
want to
stuff
know.
you can gas and all that.
Well, you're coming out to try new baits and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can.
That's a business thing.
I'm going to. A lot of the stuff I am. I recently started, saving the.
You use the one that you had before?
Well, I didn't have the sweet spot.
No, I mean the tickets
Oh yeah.
and white them off.
Well,
You have to try it somewhere.
here's the thing. Usually when I leave, I just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right. I was talking to one of my friends about that. It's like even with the YouTube thing too, you can like, like you gotta have a business thing for that. Maybe like salt time, so because you get paid advertising, for 1,000 views, you might make 3 or 4 posts.
But since you got a bait scent company,
Oh yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and you're teaching people on video how to make baits and stuff like that. But
No, you're right. Like I said,
I went to school for business, and one thing I always learned was any tax credit you can get, you have to save it.
I agree with you.
So
I just recently started doing it, where I've been saving receipts for even the gas and stuff.
consider your tickets receipts.
Yeah, well, I am. That's what I'm saying. I think this is the first time I've been up since I even done it. But one here or there is fine. Yeah, you're right. A guy should do all of them.
Yep.
It's like cameras and stuff for fishing and all that
When
stuff.
you're doing your wall water stuff, where you're actually posting stuff on YouTube for wall water, take your gas.
Oh, you can, yeah, you can,
Yeah.
yeah.
And use that.
Yeah, you can.
If you, like I said,
Anything, the rod
business for
holder,
yourself
yeah.
and everything, you got to take all the advantages you can from the government, because they're not going to give them to you.
Believe me, man, we know they're not going to give you nothing that you can use anyway.
That's true.
I'd like to see you not take advantage of it.
Yeah, they always say they want you to succeed, but they turn around and do everything they can to keep it from
you. If you give them half of it.
Yep. Good shot. And I will leave you to it. I just, like I said, I pulled that out, got to thinking about it.
No, you're right, man. I didn't even really think about it this time. But I've been saving a lot of that stuff. You're right. I've been saving a lot of it since I first got it going. I should have done it a long time ago. Really. Should have done it earlier in the year, man.
Yeah, when you started.
Yeah. We would have sold more earlier in the year too. So kind of the wrong time of the year to get started, you know.
Where's that talk?
What's that?
You hear him talk?
Every now and then I hear a couple voices over there, yeah. I'm not sure who it is. Yeah.
I need to make sure I wasn't hearing shit.
No, I think it's the people that live over there.
Probably.
Yeah, I heard a few voices over there, man.
But you saw me when I got to my house, I stopped and started looking back around, looking around all over the place. I was trying to figure out where I heard that voice come from, because it's clear all over the water.
Yeah, oh yeah. A lot of people don't like how sound travels over water really good.
Have you caught anything at all?
I had one take off and that was it, man. Might get the old blanky blank today.
I hope not.
We'll see.
I like seeing people catch fish, brother.
I don't know. It's the last time I've ever blanked out here.
It's
We'll
like
see.
this. If I can't do it myself,
Yeah.
I would rather fish vicariously through other people.
I'd say it's been years since I have. You know what they say, Dan? Can't happen again, man.
Yeah, just don't make a habit of it.
Exactly. Let's see how much.
Still alive.
Yep, we're still alive, baby. You guys are joining us, hit that like button. We've got Dan over here to the right. He can't see you, but he says, hey. Yeah, we got just a little bit of time left. We'll see what happens. If not, you know what? I'm thinking a good meal for dinner. That makes everything better, don't it, Dan?
Please.
Thank you, Buford. We appreciate it. Hey, Jolene, what you doing, huh? You gonna cook me a good meal tonight or what, babe? Looks like she just joined us, too. But I had several, you know what I mean? I don't know if it was shad or what, you know, pulled out, and then you could feel them bump. And I had this one took off, but as soon as I grabbed it, I knew it wasn't going to be coming in.
Well, last weekend.
Something just bumped it again, but you could tell when it took off. When I picked it up, I could feel that it wasn't hooked right. Something's bumping the one I just threw out there.
That Jody I was talking about.
Yeah.
He sat over there the other side of the barrel where the dogs are, and he was feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
And he couldn't keep the line in the water. Every time he turned around, he was ripping another one out.
I saw something about a big buff that was caught. Was there a 39-pound buff caught up here last weekend or no? I know somebody was trying to find pictures of it, but I don't know if anybody ever did or not.
No pictures were taken. Never got posted.
Hmm.
Just a wait.
How come they didn't take a picture of it?
Well, one, the guy wasn't in. I guess he wasn't in the weekend,
Yeah.
and they didn't write it down on the board because he wasn't in the weekend.
I catch me a 39-pound buff, I'd want a picture of it. What's up, JP?
I get something over 22. I'd be getting a picture of everything I get over there.
Oh yeah, I think 20's picture worthy. Heck, sometimes I'll take one of them mid-teens. Sometimes I'll take pictures of smaller fish that have cool colors.
Yeah. If I catch a jug, I'm damn sure gonna take a picture of that.
Oh yeah. Back in the day, they used to have
Polaroid.
the Polaroids in there. I don't know whatever happened to them. I'd like to.
They got them in a box.
Do they? I'd like to go back through from when I used to fish up here a lot.
Possibly.
I may have to. I found some. They used to take two, and they'd give you one, and they'd give you one. But I've lost so many of them. I found a few of them the other day. I found one from what year was it? 1994. 1994, where I caught a 20-pound buff. Yeah. Yeah, I caught it said 20-pound buff. And it was 1990. I took a picture of it with my phone even and sent it to a couple of friends. But that's an old school Highway Springs picture. I was just a little kid. I was younger than my son, than what he is now.
I'll be honest, before I found out they was renting that place, I didn't know this place existed.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Closest pay lake I knew about was up on
Mount Comfort there, probably? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. We used to have that one, what is that, Mount Comfort or something, wasn't it?
Mount Pleasant?
Mount Pleasant, that's it. When I was a kid, if we was driving through, I'd always beg them to stop and let me see so we could see the fish in the tank. They used to have big cats in the tanks and stuff. Oh, I don't know on that one.
In their bait shop.
Yeah, I don't know on that, but they used to have, 20, 30, 40 pounder in a tank from
Damn, somebody caught a big fish here.
big scale over there or something.
A whole bunch of them.
Yeah. What's up, Todd? Well, they're probably not over there no more, Todd. I bet everything that was in there probably got thrown away, I'd imagine.
Mount Pleasant?
Yeah.
They still have some of the fish. They sold most of them on
Yeah.
the end of the pay lake.
Well, I know I drove by there and it looked like a lot of the ponds were drained, like there was no ponds there.
Yeah, they drained a lot of them, covered them over.
Yeah.
But something about they struck oil.
Yeah. Really?
That's what I heard.
Oh, I don't know.
But they were originally trying to sell it for like $500,000.
Oh my goodness.
$1 million, something like that.
Yeah. It ain't worth that much.
They had all the gear to dig more ponds and all that.
Yeah.
Hell, I'd have bought it just for that.
Yeah. JP, you're going to have to start taking them. That's one thing I do like now. Back in the day, I would take pictures sometimes, but, sometimes you get in a hurry, and if you caught some, sometimes you wouldn't get a picture. Now that we're doing the YouTube thing, we can look back and watch the video, or, it's pretty enjoyable. Oh, that's my phone.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, that's the reason I don't have a lot of pictures of the fish I got.
Yeah.
I got in a hurry to get them back in the water and everything, and
It happens. At one time when I was younger, I probably got so many pictures, and then as I got older, if I could remember, I'd get a picture if it was a really nice one. And then in the last few years, I hadn't really taken too many. But once we started YouTube, it's really nice because we can look back on the videos, and me and my son will be able to look back on it in the future and hopefully bring back some memories, you know?
See, that's the thing that you fish for. You don't fish for the fish. You fish for the memories.
Oh, for sure. He's the one that just, I don't know, a year or two ago, he's like, Dad, you should start a YouTube channel. I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm in if you are, you know what I mean? Let's do it. And here we are. And now he's not even up here today, guys. Come on. Where's he at? He's doing schoolwork. What's more important, guys? Schoolwork or fishing? Let me know in the chat.
Depends on how old you are.
Yeah. I see a lot of fishing in the chat. I don't see any schoolwork right now in there.
Most of them already graduated 6th grade.
Todd says, learn more fishing. They should teach that in school. That'd be a good class.
Well, I remember when they used to teach farming in school. That's how old I am.
Well, they got agriculture still. The ag was one of my favorite classes, but
Well, they used to teach ag, home ag, and all kinds of stuff.
home ec should be required, in my opinion.
Yes, it should, for male and female, because of the too many guys don't have a clue how to cook.
There's a lot of things that are required that aren't valuable life skills, in my opinion, and then things that I would consider valuable life skills that they don't teach you how to do. So
They get rid of some of the junk that they've been teaching in school.
yeah,
Instead of teaching like 16, 19. Who gives a shit about 16, 19?
yeah. Well, I mean, I always kind of thought gym was pretty useless myself.
Physical activity in the daytime.
Because I feel like for 30 minutes of a day, or every other day now they do it,
Yeah.
they're probably not doing much good, you know what I mean?
On average.
And you don't have to do it, you know, you just, if you show up, you pretty much get an A or whatever.
How many kids you know nowadays that take PE but still end up going and when they get home, the most activity they get is working out their Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays the gym class should be working them thumbs out for the joysticks on the Xbox controller. 'Cause that's all most kids do anymore. Kind of like my son, hate to say it, but he puts in a lot of that screen time, unfortunately. Tyler, we had one take off, but we did not get him in, bud. We need to bait up 2 more of them. They've been out there for an hour.
Mr. Josh, I'm gonna let you go.
All right, Dan, we'll see you.
Good luck, bud.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Begging.
We'll see. It's not looking promising right now, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of light left, so maybe we'll get lucky. If you guys are just joining us, hit that like button. I'm gonna bait up these other 2 rods real quick, so I'll be right back. Oh, we got 21 people watching, boys. I'm gonna cast this one out, reel the other one in. Tell you a little thing you guys could try. If you hit that like button and it turns blue, you'll catch twice as many fish the next time you go out. Try it, see what happens. All right, we're back, boys. We're back. Tell you another thing you might not have known. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. I learned this as a young man, okay? So if you're subscribed to the channel, or even if you're not, hit that bell icon. Give an angel its wings. Ring that bell. Michael, you missed nothing. Nothing at all. Tyler, yeah, he had some school work he had to do. Oh yeah, getting real popular. All right, let's go, baby. Boom, one like away from 40. Nice. What do you guys think? Should we bait up these other two? Something bumped both of them. I was gonna stay right up till dark, right to the end of daylight. 40. All right, John. Appreciate it. On my screen it says 39. I don't know why it doesn't accurately keep track, but we do appreciate it, sir. John, you been catching any fish? We was talking about how one day it would be cool to do a 24-hour stream. What's up, Kyle? How you doing, buddy? Would that not be cool to do a 24-hour stream? Get a whole bunch of power banks, keep the phone charged up. Bet a guy'd need a lot of them. Well, John, you got a 3-day weekend coming up. Maybe get out there and get that going on too. Kyle, we're doing good, man. It's a gorgeous day out today. Honestly, it really couldn't get much better. It's beautiful out. The sun has been behind the clouds all day. Yes, we had one on. As soon as I picked it up, I could tell he wasn't hooked very good. And then we've had a couple other bites, and that's it, man. It's been slow today. I don't know how long we've been streaming. Couple hours, probably. Yeah, probably about 2 hours. You know the bad thing about holiday weekends, though, really, is trying to fish them because there's always so many people that are trying to do the same thing. So that can be a bummer. Limited bank space on the holiday weekends. 26 people. All right, guys. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. Rumor has it, if you hit that like button and it turns blue, just a rumor, you might catch twice as many fish the next time you go out. Only if it turns blue. You're going to have to hit it just to find out. If a guy didn't have to be out of here at dark, I'll tell you what, it's nice enough. I'd probably stay. Yes, Kyle, fishing is a great sport. It's good for the mental health, you know? John, nothing surprises me anymore, man. It really doesn't. Um, Road 1 towing over here close to me had their whole uh, rollback um, stolen. It had a hearse on it, too. Michael, you just never know. If we don't get a fish in up here, I don't know. This would probably be the first time in many, many years that I've not gotten one in. But I went into it knowing that there was a good chance. But yeah, they stole Road 1 towing's flatbed or rollback or whatever you want to call it. And it had a hearse on it when they took it. Yeah, hopefully you smell it. It might not have been homeless people, John. It could have been somebody roll up in a truck, take it, and sold it. That's the thing. Did you guys see that shad jump right there? I don't know if you saw it or not. There's a shad that jumped. Come clean out of the water. Well, if you got them on camera, you would think it would be easy to find them, but you'd think it'd be real easy to find somebody pushing it in a shopping cart, but apparently not. What you may want to do is just drive around some of the local areas that are known for homeless people, and maybe you'll see them out there smoking some food with it. I've never had a smoker myself. My brother, he cooks up some good pulled pork and stuff like that. And he's got a big old smoker. Guys, what's going on here? I mean, I need these rods to be ripping. What's the deal? What's going on? I might have to start paying somebody to go set them alarms off. Anybody interested in that job? You know what? We're missing. All the luck is missing. Here I thought it was me for years. It's Clayton. We need him. I'm going to tell him that he cannot skip a scream. Cannot be done the next time. John, you know what I always thought would be cool? Now, hear me out on this and don't laugh, all right? I always thought it would be cool to have a hot dog cart. I know people are going to laugh, but take it to like all the little festival events and stuff like that. For years, I always said it'd be a blast. Heck, you could take it up to the lakes and sell hot dogs on certain days. I mean, it just seems like it'd be fun. What do you think? I got a feeling one of them's going to rip off, so I better flip it back to the rods just in case. But yeah, no lie, man. For years, I've always told my wife we ought to buy a hot dog cart. But with 2020 and all this COVID stuff, probably wouldn't pan out too well, would it? All the festivals have been canceled around here, and probably wouldn't be able to sell a single hot dog. And I got a question for you guys. Does anybody watching like Applebee's? I used to love Applebee's, right? 20 years ago. And then they changed their stuff. I thought it sucked for years. I had a couple of their new burgers last week, and that stuff is fire, man. Woo. I saw a commercial and I got suckered in on it. I'm glad I did. It was good. Weather permitting, we may stream somewhere tomorrow too. It's supposed to storm all day, but hey, what about bowling? You guys want to see a live stream on some bowling? No, Eric. No, sir. I could do like a live league stream. I'll bowl on Thursday night. Might be interesting. People would watch it. I'd probably do it. I'd have to probably check with the team that we're bowling against to make sure that they were comfortable being on camera, but I think it'd be a blast. Do you guys want to check out the forum? Let me know if you want to check it out. I'll show it to you. Can't make fun of me though. Hey Betty, how you doing? No bowl at Ken. Come on, man. You know you want to see it. You know what would be cool? To do the bowling live stream and then commentate on everybody that's bowling. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, how many slabs did you catch? Well, Kenny, you're gonna have to practice. You got all kinds of good bowling alleys up in your area. I used to bowl a lot of tournaments up there in Indianapolis. And the Woodland Bowls up there, Expo, Southern. I can't remember. It seemed like I'm missing one or two. All real nice houses up there. I think they're all owned by pinheads, if I remember correctly. One of them went out of business, though. Nice. Well, there you go. Put the little ones back, and maybe they'll be big in another year or so. I was watching a thing on crappie. I can't remember how many years it takes. I want to say it was like 4. Hindle, yeah, I'm missing Hindle. Seemed like there's another one too. But it seemed like it was like 4 years for a crappie, 3 or 4 years for a crappie to mature and to what they considered edible size or something. Crappie are a blast to catch. Jigs or minnows, what were you using? I know some people love using crappie jigs, but it seems like if the bite's a little tough, the minnow's hard to beat. guys, Betty Jean, she's got a channel. Feel free to check her out. She does a lot of catfishing. Check her channel out. Give her a thumbs up and smack that subscribe button if you want. Trolling, huh? Okay. Bump trolling. Cool, cool. Yep, no problem, no problem. JP, what's your average, man? You bowl leagues or what? I used to be real big into it. I've averaged 230 a few times. Used to bowl some PBA events. I had my pro card, my PBA card for a while. I still drill my own stuff. I've got a mill at my house with a jig on it. I'm trying to think. Mine's an innovative, I think. I have to look at it. For some reason that name pops into my head. I kind of got out of bowling because of pain in my left hand. I overdid it when I was younger. I started bowling again a couple years ago, and the pain was so bad I couldn't handle it. Thank you, Betty Jean. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. But like I said, I quit for a couple years, started bowling, and it was only like a month later the pain was there again. So I went to a Sarge Easter grip, and I've been pain free. But then I didn't bowl the next year either. I bowled a summer league this year, and I averaged 229. I was high average in the league. We've had 2 nights of the season already. We bowl on Thursdays. Man, I struggled the first night. I think I shot 593 for 3 games, and then I struggled really um, last Thursday. I think I had 668 or 669 maybe, but I wasn't really throwing it that good. I had a weird spin on it. It was coming off my hand wrong. You guys hear the crickets and stuff? We've got all kinds of nature out here right now. I'm going to start packing it up. Got to be out of here at dark. Some people that would drive nuts, but that'd put me right to sleep. See how much battery life I got here, guys. 225 is definitely stout average. I mean, sport shots are a lot tougher than house shots. I will say that. I've got several 300s, 800s, 300 games and 800 series. Kenny, you can. On Thursday nights, they open where you can uh, fish overnight. But so Thursday night through Sunday at 6 p.m. is the fishing hours. So 6 p.m. Thursday till 6 p.m. Sunday, I believe. During the week like this, you can come up $15 and just throw out 4 rods and relax. There's no jugs or anything. The bait house isn't open. There's no jugs. There's a guy named Dan. He'll come around and collect your money from him. Good time to experiment. 115. Kenny, you're definitely gonna have to practice that. I need to get my son into it. There's a high school team around here now. I guess there has been for a few years. I have to get him into it. Maybe he'll want to do it in high school. A little late though. He's in the eighth grade right now, so he'll probably be like 120 average. Take him a minute to get there, I'm sure. We do too much fishing to be doing the bowling right now. Maybe in the winter time though, we can get time for it. We do appreciate everybody stopping by and saying, hey, we've had quite a few viewers this stream. Love to see it. Oh, they both have their time and place, Kevin. I have a large passion for fishing myself, but unfortunately, we live in Indiana, so got to have something to do when the lakes are frozen. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit of a wimp when it comes to that. I don't want to be sitting on the ice. I don't want to be outside attempting to fish when it's 10 degrees out. Oh man, Kenny, you might get you a fish of a lifetime down there. I've never been. So we had thought about going this weekend. Probably won't happen, but we think about a lot of stuff, but life gets in the way. I don't know where Real Foot is, but hopefully you guys tear him up. I'll be in down by Del Hollow. Get the name of like what was it, Star Point or something like that? I can't remember the name, but I'll be down there in October myself. The old between the legs shot, huh? Hold 'em, JP. I've done that one a few times. But we're gonna try to get some fishing in when we go down there in October. When are you gonna be there, Kenny? I'm gonna be there like the first or second week. I can't remember. I'd have to look at the dates. That sounds like a blast to me. Yeah, you're down south though, JP. Up here, I mean, there are probably a few places you could go all year, but I'm not the guy that wants to be fishing when it's that cold. Yeah, you're going to be there at the end of the month. I'm going to be there at the beginning of the month. Rub it in, man. Rub it in. Yes, sir, Randy. We're fishing. We're about ready to pack it up, man. It's starting to get dark. JP, I used to do hydrographics. Used to have my own business. And yeah, you suck, JP, rubbing it in like that. But no, seriously, I used to have my own business doing hydrographics and custom paint work. I used to have a shop over here Had a downdraft paint booth in it and all the goodies. But I had a job offer. A place in Texas wanted me to come down. Been several years ago, and one of their selling points was you can grill out on Christmas. Well, I'll be honest, this is a pretty good selling point, really. I like the idea of cooking out on Christmas. Kind of sounded good, but I imagine no, Randy, we're not doing any good. We was trying something a little different, and it didn't work out for us. But what was I talking about here? Oh, grilling out would be awesome, but at the same time, if you ever, lived up north where you get the snow and all that stuff, um, you'd probably miss Christmas with snow, I'd imagine, or the winter weather every now and then. So, there's no state taxes in Texas. Is that for real, Michael? I didn't know that. I'm sold. No, I'm just joking. But no, I didn't know that. Um, 38 degrees, yeah, that's fishable for me. But once the ponds and stuff start freezing over, you know it's starting to get pretty chilly out. Then I just sit at home and think about fishing. Yeah, that's the downside to it, man. If you get a mild winter, you get a hot summer. But up here in Indiana, we get hot summers and stupid winters. Stupid cold in the winter, stupid hot in the summer. You're in Iowa, huh? Where was I? I was reading about a place, or I watched a video on it. I don't remember if it was Iowa or Idaho, maybe. It was Blackfoot Reservoir. Have you ever heard of it? Loaded with nice mirror carp. Might have been Iowa. Can't remember, but I was watching. It's called Canadian Carping, I believe. Man, they were fishing there. They caught some gorgeous mirrors. Blackfoot Reservoir, wherever that's at. Man, they caught some beauties. Love the scale pattern on them. It's a shame there's not a lot of places like that around in the U.S. If you guys have seen some of the videos, you know that we've got a little mirror honey hole that we like to hit. Kenny, we'll talk at you later, brother. Thanks for stopping by. I'm about to take a nap, guys. This wildlife has put me to sleep. Did you guys see the stream with my wife the other day? That was a blast. You guys ought to go check it out and give it a thumbs up. Maybe we can get her in some more live streams. I think she's a little bit camera shy, you know. We got to ease her into it, show her a little support. Hit the like button on there for her. Jolene, are you watching the stream right now? Chris, we are at Highway Springs in, I call it Dublin, Indiana, but I think it's actually called Mount Auburn, possibly. Both towns kind of run together, so Highway Springs. And how you doing today? Yeah, it might have a Cambridge City address. I don't know. See you, Kevin. Thanks for stopping by, man. One good thing about this place is you get to smell that pizza across the street there, across the pond. Pizza pie. If you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Hit that like button if you would. If it turns blue, you might catch twice as many fish. You're just going to have to try it to find out. What time is it, boys? 7:50. We'll let it run to about 8, and then we'll start packing up. I just heard a frog. We'll get home and get some food in our belly. Chris, it's had the same owners for a very long time. How old are you? I mean, did you used to fish it like when Tom and Richard ran it then? Is that what you were? I used to fish it a lot when I was a kid, and that was Tom and Richard. And then shortly thereafter, Bill and Jerry. But I think Jerry owned it even then. I think they were buying it on contract, I think. I'm not sure. I was just a kid at that time. But I don't think they'd ever actually bought it outright. Yeah, 20 years ago. Yeah, it's probably about when Bill and Jerry took it over. But I think they've actually owned it. I think the other people were buying it on contract years ago. And that would have been Tom and then Richard probably. Amazing I can still remember their names. I couldn't tell you what I ate yesterday, but I can remember something from that far back. Crazy, huh? Nice, Randy. Any big ones? Um, the water looks pretty good. They got the aerators going, and I don't really see any algae or anything like that on there. It looks pretty good. There's been a lot of movement in the hot dog pond. A lot more than normal, really. So probably would have been a good one to fish today. Chris, no. We're trying something a little bit different today, man. 15-15. Randy, you remember when, uh, I don't know how many years ago it was, but it used to be almost every fish out of the hot dog pond was a ticket fish. So we've tried something a little bit different. And I figured if it worked, we'd tell you all about it. Since apparently it doesn't, we'll just, A, never use it again, or B, maybe tinker around with it, change a few things up, and try it again. One thing about fishing, I love to try new stuff. Gary, the only way you can get that bait is by ordering it from me directly. PayPal. Or if you live local, come up here. Bill may still have some up here, actually. There is a possibility of it. I thought I heard that he sold out of millet, but he may still have some. Well, Randy, if you started in '02, that's probably, I'd say around that time, there was probably almost, I'd say at least what, 6 or 7 out of 10 fish would have been a ticket fish in the hot dog pond. Seems about like the right area. I was telling these guys, I have a picture at home from, I think it was '94, I believe. I caught a 20-pound buff. So that tells you I go way back up here. It's hard to think back that it's hard to think that 1994 is way back. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago, you know. Chris, in my opinion, uh, find a flavor that you like and stick with it. I like peach. Some people like to throw hotter flavors in the wintertime, but you know, my favorites are probably strawberry, banana, peach, grape. Um, I mean, there's a lot of good ones. Let's try some different stuff out and find out what works best for you. If you're interested, I sell flavors. I make them and sell them. They're $6 a bottle for a 6 ounce bottle. Strong stuff. I am out of bottles at the moment though. Got more on the way. What do you guys think? I need to call my son and be like, dude, come up here and help me pack up. What do you think? I gotta pack all this gear up myself and put it on the wagon. That's rough. Got one splashing over there. I will leave the camera rolling for a little bit here. I'm gonna start packing up, so I won't see the chat for a few minutes. Drew, I am at Highway Spring, but I won't see the chat for a few minutes. I'm gonna start gathering a couple things and putting them in the wagon. That way, right when it hits dark, we'll get out of here. Talk amongst yourselves if you like. we got the rods and rod holders and net left. Should be some quick picking up, you know. There's a skeeter flying in front of that screen. You guys see that mosquito? Keeps buzzing in front of you. Got him. Tell you what's funny, it's been about this dark ever since I've got here. The sun was behind the clouds all day. Hasn't really gotten any darker. Well, we got 14 people still. See you, JP. If you haven't left already, bud, see you. I don't usually see too many people up here during the week. Every great once in a while. But my son, he's got had some schoolwork he had to do. He wasn't able to make it today. And we may try to do a stream tomorrow, weather permitting. That's the thing. I'll tell you, anybody fish elkhorn? I would like to do a live stream from elkhorn one day. If there's a good enough signal, that's the thing. It's kind of off the beaten path. May not have good enough signal for it. I don't know where Dylan's at. He told me well, this is what happened. Dylan told me earlier today that he was coming up to fish. And I said, well, I'll go up and fish. And Dylan never came up to fish. Here I am all by myself. He was watching for a little bit. I don't know if he still is or not. Will say, I'm super excited for a couple new flavors, guys. I got a kick-ass peach and a awesome straw or cherry flavor that will be out real soon when we get some bottles. I'm excited for you guys to try those because they're pretty dang good. I think you'll like them. Trying to think. I got a few things coming in, actually. Randy, I think you'll really like the cherry one. If you like cherry flavors, you'll like this one. I need a good name for it. I'm thinking Very Cherry or something like that. What do you think? I'm gonna grab this net and go ahead and put it in the cart. What do you guys think is a good name for cherry? Very Cherry? Another cool thing is like we could mix it with some lime and have like a cherry limeade or something like that. I've got a lemon that smells just like lemon heads. In fact, I called it lemon head. I've got a good lime, lemon lime, mix the two together. A lot of guys been doing really good on the strawberry banana. Does it get any prettier than it is right now? It is an absolute shame that I have to go home. Because it is gorgeous out here. Absolutely gorgeous right now. Nice and cool. The humidity's not too high. Man. What a bummer, guys. What a bummer that we gotta go home. Guys, it's a bummer. But we do have to head home. You have to be gone at dark up here during the week, so we'll have to reel the rods in, pack it up. And we want to say thanks for watching. We hope you guys have a great day. Peace.